Hello everyone, Squid Baconator here, and today let's talk about how the influence of certain shows can affect the other programs on their networks. Now with Nickelodeon, it's been pretty obvious what they've been doing for years now. It's pretty much just been milking SpongeBob to no end, pretty much milking all the money out of it, and either A, ignoring any other animated program that's been on the network, or B, just trying to make it like SpongeBob again. Now with Cartoon Network for the past few years, it's been pretty much just take one show that's been really popular and make a lot of shows like it. You can definitely see that at the beginning of the 2010s with Adventure Time and all the surreal shows that got greenlit afterwards. Now, the influence of Adventure Time, I believe, is actually pretty good because it actually encouraged creativity and variety in their shows. But Adventure Time is no longer as popular as it is, and Cartoon Network needs a new show to pretty much make other programs like it. And of course, it had to be Teen Titans Go. Oh, why this show? Okay, I understand why they picked this show to pretty much just milk money out of now, because it is one of their more popular shows, definitely, because whether you like it or not, kids love it. Kids really like this show, and since it's so popular, of course they're gonna make other shows like it. But I don't think Teen Titans Go's influence is going to be as good as Adventure Time's with what we've seen so far. And while Adventure Time is one of the shows that brought us into a cartoon renaissance through the 2010s, Teen Titans Go feels like it's going to bring us out of that. And Cartoon Network has also been pretty much doing the same thing with Teen Titans Go as Nickelodeon has done with SpongeBob over the past few years, and just milk as much money out of it as they can. But even Cartoon Network has been a lot worse, since pretty much they air it even more than what Nickelodeon has done with SpongeBob in the past. Like, for example, airing only Teen Titans Go on Thanksgiving weekend. For one, that is a terrible idea, mainly because that gives no other shows a chance to air. And two, people are just going to end up getting sick of it. Yeah, the don't like, don't watch argument really doesn't work here. Also, another problem with airing it too much is that people who are indifferent with the show, who don't mind it either way, are now gonna hate it because they air it so much. And this is the same thing that happened with Johnny Test back when it aired. Yeah, the show wasn't terrible by any means, but people got so sick of seeing it so much on Cartoon Network because it was cheap and easy to air, and people ended up getting so sick of it because, oh my god, they can't stop airing this show, please cancel it already. And the same thing is going to happen with Teen Titans Go. They're airing it so much that people who don't really care about it are now going to hate it because of overplay. Alright, let's get back to influence. Now we've already established that Teen Titans Go's overplay is bad for itself and for other shows on the network. So one of the worst things you can do to add insult to injury is pretty much make a bunch of shows that have a lot of influence from Teen Titans Go, or seem a lot like it. And this is the case with a lot of shows on the network right now, from the Powerpuff Girls 2016, Be Cool Scooby-Doo, Ben 10 reboot, and the new Clay with a Chance of Meatballs show. The quality of these shows may vary, but that's not the main focus of what we're trying to focus on here. We're mainly looking at their influence from Teen Titans Go, what these shows have in common. All of them use cheap flash animation, and they're all heavily comedy-based, no matter what the previous predecessor was of their show, and they all have the same type of comedy. A lot of the jokes on most of these shows are very similar to what you see in Teen Titans Go. It has the low, random type of humor that you see in Teen Titans Go, and they all try really hard to appeal to kids. Now, don't get me wrong, appealing to kids in itself is not a bad thing. They're the target demographic, so of course you're going to try to appeal to them. However, what these shows seem to do is that they're trying to focus solely on appealing to kids and not really looking at appealing to any other audience. It's making it very narrow to who can enjoy the show, which really isn't something that a good show should do. In an era where animation in both cartoons and movies can appeal to both kids and adults of any age, it really hurts me to see that Cartoon Network is slowly starting to regress back to those old thoughts of only appealing towards children. And now you can say that not every show is doing this, and yes, we still have Steven Universe and We Bare Bears and a couple other shows but they are all slowly starting to be filtered out of the network and be replaced with a lot of these newer shows, which is really sad to see. And it is all thanks to Teen Titans Go. I feel that if Teen Titans Go wasn't as popular with children as it is, then we wouldn't have a lot of these shows that we have now, like the Powerpuff Girls reboot, the Ben 10 reboot, Scooby-Doo reboot, pretty much all these reboots. It's just getting very old, and because of Teen Titans Go popularity, they think they can do this with every other show, so screw originality. Why make new original shows when you can just make money off previous franchises? I'm gonna bring up Adventure Time again. It's a good comparison. Now, the main difference between Adventure Time's influence and Teen Titans Go's influence is that Adventure Time stood for variety and creativity. Teen Titans Go stands for unoriginality and similarity. That's the big problem with Cartoon Network right now. Just because Teen Titans Go managed to be successful doesn't mean that all these other shows that are similar to it are going to have that same success. Okay, I think I'll finish up here. I can't really think of anything more to say on this subject. I probably will after I finish the video, but hey, I think we're good enough for now. So overall, Teen Titans Go's influence is not very good, and that's putting it very lightly, and this is not boding well for the future of Cartoon Network. If they want to succeed, then they're really gonna have to change their direction fast. Because right now, it feels like they're going downhill, and they will not get back up unless they change their ways. So anyways, what do you guys think about this whole situation? Given the current state of their programming, do you like all these shows, or do you dislike it and think that they're going downhill again? Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys some other time.